So to make your 6 pieces blouse, you would need 1.5 yard of Ankara print fabric. I also have my lining piece, my pattern paper, and my tools for sewing. As always, it's your girl Owa Apparel. Kindly hit the subscribe button and let's get started. So we'll start by taking our shoulder line, which would be where we'll be drafting every other measurement from. So from the starting line or shoulder line, I went down by 11 inches, which would be my bust point. Then I took a measurement of 14 inches there, which is my under bust measurement. Next to that was my waist of 16 inches, and then the length of the 6 pieces blouse. So I went ahead to rule a straight line across all the points I had made. Okay, so on my bust line, I went up by 2 inches. I will also go ahead to rule a straight line across that, and that will serve for the chest line. I went ahead to also label all the lines, as this will help for easy identification for the taking of our measurements. So on the shoulder line, I'll be taking my shoulder to shoulder measurement of 8 inches. And from that point, I'm going to be using a straight rule to connect it back to the chest line. So the next measurement I took was my neckline measurement. So I'll be going with a 3 inches width and a 3 inches depth for the front neck pattern. And I'll connect both points together using my curve rule. So the next measurement I'll be taking will be my 1 inch shoulder slope, which I do a lot in my videos. I'll be connecting that point back into the neck area like so. So on my chest line, I took my bust round of 10 inches, and then I'm going to be getting the midpoint of that area there, which will enable me to take my armhole. So I also went in by half of an inch like so, and using my curve rule, I'll be connecting all 3 points together now. So the next measurement we're going to be taking now will be our dart. So I'm taking my dart on my chest point there, okay, and I will be repeating it on the waistline as well. And then I would also repeat the same process on the finishing line or hemline. So using my straight rule, you can see me connecting all the points together right now. So on my under bust line, I went out by half of an inch on one side and then went out from the dart area by 1 inch. So I'm simply using my straight rule now to connect the points together. Okay, so please take note of this. I took half an inch dart on one side, and on the wider side you can see that I took a 1 inch dart. So using my curve rule now, I'm simply connecting the dart area there to the bust line like so. So I did it for both sides. So on my bust line, I'll be going up by 1 inch. I'll make a point there, okay? And then you can see me taking the measurement around my armhole area. So I'm simply trying to get the midpoint. And once I did, I made a point there. And using my curve rule, I'll be connecting that area on my armhole back into the dart area. So next, I also took half an inch dart measurement on both sides of the curve around the armhole portion there. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is extending the length of the lower dart like so. So I'll be extending it by 1 inch. And just the same way I extended that curve there, I would also be adding extra 1 inch allowance on my chest line. And using my curve rule, I'll go ahead to connect both points together. So you see me cancelling out the old curve, so we're not going to be needing that one. Then I added extra 1.5 inch allowance, seam allowance on the side. And on my waistline, I am taking my waist measurement of 32 inches divided by 4, which is 8. Then the 1.5 inch dart, which was removed, would also be added. and then I also added 1 inch seam allowance. Then on the hemline or the finishing line, I took my hip measurement of 10 inches. I would also be adding the 1.5 inch darts, and then I added extra 1.5 inch seam allowance. And using my curve rule, I'll be connecting the points on the chest line to the waist and then to the hip, like so. So guys, we are done drafting the pattern for the front of our 6 pieces blouse. I went ahead to trim out the pattern. Ensure to be very careful when trimming out the pattern so you don't cut on the portion that you would need. So this is a basic bustier pattern drafting. Now we're going to be creating our 6 pieces effect now on it. So I have this piece of paper which I had cut out. Okay, so the length is about the length of this pattern from the waist measurement to the finishing line or the border area there. So you can see the way I trimmed out the paper. The length is exactly the same as that of the measurement from the waistline there to the finishing line. So I went ahead to attach paper on both sides, and the width of this paper is about 3.5, but we are working with a measurement of 3 inches. And using my ruler now, I'm simply drafting a sort of a triangle connecting the points on the hip to the border area like that. Okay, so after I was done, I went ahead to trim it out. So for the center front, I'm going to be attaching 1 piece of paper on the side. So please take note, for the side front I attached 2 pieces of paper, and for the center front I attached 1. So you can see what I'm doing now. I'm also taking the measurement at the border area there before drafting my curve like so. So I'll go ahead to trim that portion out now. And with this, we are done drafting out the pattern for the front of our 6 pieces blouse. So we'll set this aside now to work on the back pattern. So for the back pattern, I've already drafted out the basic. I have the starting line, the chest line, the bust line, the waistline, the finishing line. So for the back, we do not have the under bust line, and I've already drafted the neck portion partially. So on the chest line, I'm taking my 10 inches bust round measurement, and I'll be using my curve to draft a simple armhole area. So the back armhole area is slightly different from that of the front. So for the neckline, I am taking a measurement of 3 inches width into 1.5 inches of depth. You could work with 2 inches of depth. Okay, so you can see I've already taken my darts. So on my finishing line, I went up by 1 inch there, and then on my waistline, I'll be taking a 1 inch measurement on both sides of my dart, and using my straight rule there, I'll be connecting it on both sides like so. So I also connected it to the bust line. Okay, and using my tape rule now, I went up by 1 inch on my bust line. So I drew a straight line upward like so. So the next measurement I'm going to be taking will be to get the midpoint of my shoulder measurement. So that point there on the shoulder, I'll be using my straight rule to connect it back to the dart line like so. So on my chest line, I added extra 1.5 inch seam allowance to the 10 inch measurement I took earlier, and then on my waist, I took my 8 inches waist measurement. I also added the 2 inches dart which was taken. Then on my hemline or finishing line, I took my hip measurement of 10 inches, and I also added 2 inch seam allowance on the side. So I'll go ahead now to connect the points on the side using my curve rule. So now we are done drafting. I went ahead to trim out the pattern for the back. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be doing is creating the 6 pieces effect like we did to that of the front pattern. So I'll be using the same paper which I used for the front. You can see how I've attached it on it from the waist area to the end of the pattern, to the border of this pattern. So you can see that for the side I added 2 pieces of sheets of paper on the side. I took the same 3 inches measurement or width. You can see what I'm doing there now. I'm using my straight rule. I'm simply drafting sort of a semi triangle there. So for the center back, I only attached 1 paper. So I also repeated the same trimming process like I did to the side. And this is what we have for the back of our dress. So I went ahead to use my pattern to cut on my fabric. At this point, I had still not noticed that I did not take my zipper allowance measurements, or I did not draft my zipper allowance on my pattern paper. And so while cutting on my fabric, I still did not cut out fabric for my zipper allowance. So in situations like this, what do we do? In my next video, I'm going to be sharing with us how to attach fabric for zipper allowance area. Should you forget to draft or cut your zipper fabric along while taking your measurement. So with this, we have come to the end of today's tutorial video. In my next, I'll be sharing with us a detailed step-by-step guide on how I stitched all my fabrics together, and there you're going to see the final look of our 6 pieces blouse. Until then, stay fabulous. It's always a girl or apparel.